Hey guys, it's Ryan here today with another review, this time of Guardians of the Galaxy issue 0.1. This book is one of the newest Marvel Now books. This is not an issue 1. This is kind of like, this book is an origin story for Star-Lord. If you don't know who Star-Lord is, he is the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy. If you don't know who the Guardians of the Galaxy is, wait until issue 1. So let's start. Weird thing is, I looked at this book and I'm thinking, that's the start of Nova. Look at it. Okay. Alright, agree with me if you've seen Nova. If you've read Nova, let me know. Look at this. So it starts out like this, and then it goes like this. It's the beginning of Nova. That's the first 2 pages. It's the exact same thing, except for it says Guardians of the Galaxy right there, the lettering, the people who wrote it, and also there's a giant star on the earth. That is the same exact thing. I'm just saying. Then it first starts out with some girl who's talking to her mom saying, "I'm not calling him. He hurt my feelings and stuff." And next thing you know, all of a sudden, a space thing crashes. A spaceship crashes. And then next thing you know, some guy climbs out of it and falls and is about to die. Well, not die. He's ready to pass out. And then all of a sudden, he pulls out his gun and points it at her. And next thing you know, he says something in alien gibberish and passes out. And then ends up waking up in a room, and you see the girl with the gun ready to shoot him. And he's like, "Do you speak English?" And he's like, "Yeah, what's that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I speak English just fine, don't worry." And she's asking, "Who are you?" "I'm an alien from another planet." This might be a little difficult to hear from you, but there's no need for you to point the gun at me. I'm not here to hurt you. And she's like, "Well, can you please get off my property?" And he's like, "I can't. I have to fix my ship." And it's apparently from a place called Spartex. So next thing you know, he leaves and he's getting started on the ship. And it shows them bonding after a while. They're like really, like they bonded and became really good friends. And then, I mean, when I say really good friends, I mean really good friends. They start making out right here at the fire. And she wakes up in the bed, and he's about to leave. And then she's like, "I don't want you leaving." And we've grown a great friendship. I don't want to see you leave. And he's like, "I have to. My planet needs me. We're in an everlasting war, and if I ever can come back, I will." And then he gives her the Star-Lord gun, which is right there. And the thing is, that gun is the only gun in the entire. That's the only gun of that kind in the galaxy. So then after that, it goes and he leaves, and then next thing you know, you see her touch her stomach, and apparently she is pregnant, and she is pregnant with Star-Lord, or as known as Peter Quill. And he's reading a comic book, and she's like, "You shouldn't be reading these kind of things. Did you finish your homework yet?" He's like, "No, I'm taking a break." That's what I do. I'm thinking to myself, "Oh my God." He's reading the comic book, and he's like, "I'm taking a break." And he's like, "That's exactly what I do. Every single time. I'm doing my math homework, and the next thing I'm like, and then I go upstairs, I'm reading my comic, and the next thing is my mom like, "Do you finish your homework?" I'm like, "I'm taking a break." It's exactly what happens. I'm just saying, that's a connection, and it's funny. And next thing you know, she looks in, she's yelling at him, and next thing you know, she's like, "You know, you look a lot like your father all of a sudden." And next thing you know, she's like, "I didn't mean that by an insult," because he's getting mad. He's like, I don't want to hear that. And then he's like, "I know he's not alive. I know he's not there." And then she's like, your dad's alive somewhere, and you know that, right?" And next thing you know, and then he storms off. And next thing you know, he goes to school, and there's this little girl getting bullied by a giant bully, because he's like, "What country are you? You should go back there." And he's being really mad at me, and she's like, "This is America," and like saying it like America, in like a way that so she can kind of understand it. And he's talking to his friend, and apparently his friend's like a huge nerd. And next thing you know, they're talking, and he said, "Let's get a teacher." And next thing you know, he goes up to her, and he's like, "I made you finish." And next thing he goes up to him, and he starts. The bully punches him, and the girl runs away. And then he just all of a sudden, and just gets him right in the face. One that can knock someone out. Next thing he's just beating up on him, and the principal the principal is coming out to get him, and he's walking home, and then his mom's like, says stop, and he's like, what happened, Peter? And he said, he was picking on a girl, no one was helping, and he's got a black eye, and then all of a sudden these lights come out of nowhere, and then they're shining, and the next thing you know, she dies by these alien creatures who are coming after whatever his name is, Peter, and a laser literally just goes through her chest, and these alien things, I don't know what they were called, and next you know, he goes, he runs and makes sure the aliens can't get him. He goes out his window, goes to his mom's, finds the old gun, not the Star-Lord gun yet, but he found the gun that she was pointing at the alien as he landed, and next thing you know, he shoots the alien, both of them, and they die. And then next thing you know, somehow the Star-Lord gun comes out of nowhere. I don't know. Someone's my nose, I'm sorry. Then next thing you know, all of a sudden the Star-Lord gun comes out of nowhere, and his house is about to explode. And then all of a sudden it just explodes, and he runs. He's like, "Mom!" and he's like crying, and it explodes. He gets knocked out, and they all of a sudden they're talking, and like the nurse and everyone's in there, go tell him the patient's awake, and like, and then she's like, I'm sorry, and the nurse says, I'm sorry, did you remember your conversation we were talking about earlier? She's like, no, I don't. And he's like, I'm sorry, if it makes you feel better, we found this, it was your like little toy, and it was the gun, and next thing you know, they're looking back at the gun. He's talking to Tony Stark, which is, this page right here is pretty cool. I like it. And they're like, so would you like to join the Avengers? Yes. And they're like, cheers. And next thing you know, they're done, and it says, to be continued in Guardians of the Galaxy issue 1. So yeah, this book was good. I really, really, really like this book. I went into this book blind willingly. I know nothing about the Guardians of the Galaxy. I know the members. I know like Rocket Raccoon, all those characters. And I was just thinking, I'm getting this book because the movie's coming out. I thought I'd try it out. And it surprised me. I gotta say, it really surprised me. I'm excited to see issue 1, and issue 1's the only, the last Marvel book, Marvel Now book I'm getting. So, just so you guys know, there's not gonna be many more Marvel Now books that I will be reviewing. So, I gotta give this book a 4.5 out of 5. The only reason I'm giving that is I'm taking a half star off because, just because it felt like this book was a little too short. So, I liked it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more reviews. Next up, I'll be doing, my last review will be Young Avengers. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more reviews, and I'll see you guys next time.